it's Wednesday, a bit cold, and normally I call this this is my Wellness Wednesday for this group. So this can be the Wellness Wednesday post. It can be me showing you how to do a little bit of something called EFT, which I love. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It's also known as tapping, which is probably its most commonly used name. There's all sorts of websites and videos that talk about tapping. I'm an EFT practitioner as well as a health coach, and I love it. I think it's brilliant. I love it because it's really easy to pick up the basics and use it yourself to help you overcome anything that might be challenging you each day. It can help you with fears, phobias, anxiety, stress, depression, PTSD, pain, physical illness, mental illness. People use it in the corporate world to help overcome career challenges and get the promotion they've always wanted. It's very popular in the sporting world for professional sports people to excel their success rate and to improve their golf swing or their baseball scores or whatever. So it's quite an amazing technique, and it's used by hundreds of thousands of people around the globe, and it's scientifically proven as a stress reduction technique. So what we do is we are working with specific points on our hand, our head, our face and our upper body, and as you tap on specific points whilst bringing to mind something quite stressful, traumatic, negative, whatever it may be, rather than you just trying to bury it back down again with all the other things that you're holding within you, you're actually tapping and allowing it to start to come out. This works by the tapping action, which I will show you in a minute, actually sends signals to something in the midbrain called the amygdala, which is about the size of an almond, and it's a very important part of our brain. And one of the things it does is it's part of our flight or fight stress response. So it fires up, it starts a very fast process through the body of many processes, which can also increase your stress hormone called cortisol. So the science shows that if we're living in a heightened state of stress for prolonged periods with high levels of cortisol, our health goes down. So I love this technique because within minutes, like 10 minutes of tapping or 5 minutes of tapping, you could be starting to change your whole psychological and physiological body. So what you will find from tapping, and again the science shows that after a short amount of tapping, your cortisol levels drop, your heart rate drops to a much healthier level, it changes your blood flow, and it immediately starts to change the brain chemistry in your head to a much healthier, calmer state. So anything else I should be telling you? If you've got any questions, just put some comments and I can answer them. But it's been around since the 1980s. It's actually a further development of a previous technique called thought field therapy, which is also amazing, but very specific in how you tap, depending on how you're feeling. Whereas EFT is one algorithm, one pattern of tapping, which you repeat until you feel better. So I'm going to be showing you today how to use the basics for yourself. If you have any questions after this session, let me know, just drop me a line. This is what this group is for. It's for me to help you and for you to tell me how you're feeling and what support you need. So let's just make this happen. I'm happy to show you more videos like this if it's useful, answer any questions, and if you think this is completely bonkers, just do it anyway. Because the best thing about EFT is you don't need to believe it's going to work. You can think, that is ridiculous. How is tapping on my body and saying some stuff going to make me feel better and actually change me physically? It doesn't matter, it'll still work. If it's going to work on you, it's going to work regardless of how you feel about it. So I'll show you where we're tapping before you start. So you can firstly tap on either side of your body, because we're working with things called meridian points, which, if you've not come across that expression before, traditional Chinese medicine have used meridians for thousands of years for diagnosing and treating physical and mental illnesses. And it's like your meridian system is like your energy network through your body, because we do have an electric current running through us. We're like big batteries. So this current runs through us through this meridian system, and our life's experiences and trauma and negative thought and illness can all cause blockages within at this meridian system. So it's almost like a big motorway, big highway of roads, and our energy is the traffic travelling up and down it. And when things happen in our life which are not very supportive to our health, it can start to cause blockages within our system, which stops the traffic flowing and causes a traffic jam. So by tapping, you're starting to free up this energy. You're signalling to the amygdala to just calm it down, stop the stress response in the moment, tell it it's in a safe place, and put your body back into a rest and digest state, which is what we're all looking for, because that's where we heal. That's where we can start to reduce our IBD symptoms, rather than being in that manic carry on, where everything's getting blocked more and more and more blocked up. So let's free ourselves up a bit today. So you tap on either side of the body, either side that I'm showing you. So you start with the fleshy part of your hand, on the left or on the right, doesn't matter, you choose, whatever's comfortable for you. Then we'll be tapping on the top of the head in a bit of a circle. Now some people like tapping with both their hands, and you go for it, because however you want to do it, it's going to be how your body likes it. Then it's the inside of either eyebrow, or both. Take your pick. Then it's the outside of the eyebrow on the temple. Again, if you want to do both, do both. If you want to do the left, do the left. If you want to do the right, do the right. Then it's the under eye socket point. Both. Or one. Either side. Under the nose. I use 2 fingers to make sure I get the point. Under the lip, on the crease of the chin. And it's just gentle tapping, and you only need to do it a few times. Now if you have a little feel around here for your knobbly collarbone points, tap under one of those, or both. Some people like doing that just daily, and I've got some other little tips I can share with you about tapping maybe another time. Then it's under the arm, about 2 or 3 inches from the armpit. For you ladies, it'll be where a bra strap would be. And you can do either side, or you can hug yourself. Just give yourself a pat under the arms. And then for the purposes of today, we'll just finish on the wrist point. There are other points that I use with the people that I see, but we don't want to go on too long. So let's just get that wrist going. Okay? So, either side of the body. It doesn't matter if you get a bit tired halfway through and you're using this hand, and you want to swap to this hand. You can do that as well. Or if you want to swap sides because you just want to swap sides, swap sides. Okay, it's all very flexible, which is another reason why I like it. So I was thinking, what shall we tap on? Because I can't speak to you guys directly and see how you're all feeling today. I was thinking what comes up a lot for us. Maybe it's fatigue. I was thinking maybe anxiety, but I think generally maybe fatigue is a good one. Maybe you're not feeling full of energy today. Maybe you've tried to do too much and you're just tired. Maybe you've woken up like that. Maybe you're not sleeping well. So we'll work around fatigue for the purposes of this little session. But if there's anything in particular you want to be tapping on in the future and you want a little bit of help with it, just tell me and I'll do another one. Or I'll jump on a call with you and we'll do it together. So, I will say some words and you repeat after me, and I'll leave a little bit of a gap so that you've got time to repeat and you don't feel rushed. So just be seated comfortably with both feet on the floor. It's nice just to sit and just be you, just for the next 5 minutes, yeah? And just know there is nowhere else you need to be, and there is nothing else you need to do. And just take a nice deep breath in, and just remember that right now there's nothing you need to be doing other than just trying this just for fun and just seeing how you feel. So check in with yourself. How tired are you feeling today? On a scale of 1 to 10, is it like, oh my god, I just can't get through even this little 5-minute video, or I'm full of beans, I could run a marathon? And let's just see if that feels any different on your scale by the end. So, even though, and you repeat after me, even though I feel so fatigued and my body feels so heavy, I completely love and accept myself. Then go to the top of the head. Remember, just tapping gently in a circle. I just don't have the energy for all I need to do. Inside eyebrow. I can't manage everything that is expected of me anymore. Outside of the eyebrow, on the temple kind of area. I am so exhausted. Under the eye. I just want to crawl back into bed. Under the nose. I have no energy for anything. Under the lip. I can't think straight. Those knobbly points, just pick one or both of them. My tank is empty. Under the arm. It's all too much. I can't handle it all. And then across the wrist. I need to stop doing so much. Take a nice deep breath and keep tapping on the side of the hand. Your hand can be rested in your lap, but I'm just keeping mine up in the camera so you can see it. Take a really nice deep breath and just let that go. And as you let that go, maybe imagine some of that tiredness and heaviness, whatever that tiredness is to you. It could be a headache, it could be brain fog, it could be sort of dragging pain in your legs. That's what I used to get. Just imagine some of that lifting as you breathe out. And then we'll go again. We've just got 3 rounds of tapping for this little session, just to show you how you go about it. So let's go again. Even though I really need rest, as I just can't keep on, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Top of the head. I just want to lay down and switch off. But is this what I really need? No matter what I do, I never feel rested. What if too much stress in my life is making it worse? What if stress is making me feel so tired? Maybe I need to reduce the pressure I put on myself. Take a break from it all. The stress is overwhelming and is taking all my energy. I can choose to release this stress now. Take another deep breath. So I've used stress as an example of why we might be tired. Sometimes you feel like it must just be some of the symptoms of IBD, and often it is, but it's like, where is it coming from? Is it just coming from the medication, my lack of sleep, my symptoms, or is it an underlying stress that's actually making us feel utterly exhausted and compounding our symptoms? Right, last round. Even though I felt exhausted, releasing stress from every part of my body is what is needed, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I can choose to feel brighter. I can allow myself to feel relaxed. Life doesn't need to be perfect for me to let go of some of this stress. It is safe to let go of stress, and it is safe to let go of the exhaustion. I can find ways to regain my energy by dealing with the pressures of my life in new ways. I can use tapping to reduce stress. I can use tapping to dissolve my worries. I am safe to feel rested and happy, even when life is busy. Letting go of all this stress now. Letting go of this feeling of fatigue now. I feel lighter. I feel free. I can embrace the day ahead. Take another deep breath. And let that go. So just take a minute just to see how you are feeling in your body. That was a very short example. But even in 2 or 3 rounds of tapping, you can feel a shift. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more energised, a little less tired, or maybe you've got a change of sensation, physical sensation in your body somewhere. Maybe you found yourself yawning more. That's okay, you're just letting go of stuff you don't need. Or maybe it's even made you feel a little bit emotional, which is also perfectly normal. When I was seeing people face to face, you wouldn't believe the amount of tissues, boxes of tissues we'd get through. But my people would always leave feeling a lot happier than when they started. So that is emotional freedom technique, and in that time you've started to reduce your cortisol levels in the brain, reduced your heart rate, changed your blood flow, starting to shift your brain chemistry to a much healthier state. And this is something that you can use every day, whenever you need to, and even one round of tapping can make a difference. And even if you're just feeling frustrated and you just said to yourself, even though I feel frustrated, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, that's your setup phrase on the hand. And even if you just use each point that I've used today with you, and you just said the word frustrated, 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 that can have just as good an effect as all the stuff I've just been saying. So it doesn't need to be complicated, you just need to tune into that emotion and repeat it on each of the points, and then see how you feel after you've done that once, twice, 5 times, however many times it takes for you to get back into a happy state. So there's your introduction to EFT. I have some tips on how to get started, and I can also give you the image of the points we've used today if you would like them. Just drop me a line if that would be useful. If you'd like to try this more in this group, then let me know and I can make it a regular thing. I'm really happy to do that. If you want to chat to me one-to-one about EFT or anything else to do with your IBD and how to start to reduce the symptoms and manage the stress and fatigue, get in touch. That's what it's all about, just trying to help you feel more empowered in your life and to reduce your symptoms and to know that there are better days ahead. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll catch you soon.